Good morning and welcome to my channel, Akenfa Technologies. Today we'll be continuing the series on Laravel, and today we are going to be creating a template. I call it generic template in Laravel. Now, what are we talking about? Generic template, whereby we create a particular blade.php plate where that acts as a generic template where other templates collect whatsoever is common to all of them. So let's start now. We go to our VS Code. We open our VS Code. This is where we stopped in our last series, where we learned how to create views. So now the first thing we first of all do here now, inside the view folder, we create another folder called what? Layout. We press enter. Then inside the layout, we create a file called any name. You can call it any name, but I call mine base.php. I do that. Now, if I'm coming, so now I remove this. I was actually working on it before. I come here, I remove this, I do this, I come here in the index, I remove this, and I come to the post. Now I remove this like this now, and I now say save here. Now in this index here now, in this post now that I've said save, I come and I do control, I create a template. Then inside this template, let's say I do h1 like this, and I do this h1, I do this, and I say welcome to my post page, and I say save. I come to my index and I say I do this, I create a template, and I come here and I say h1 this, and do like this, h1 again, and I'd say welcome to my index page, and we copy this to make it fast. I copy this and I say I save my index page. I come to my get and I do create a boilerplate. I do this, and I come and I say Control V, welcome to my get page. I say save. I come to my contact, I create a boilerplate, and I say what? Come here to Control V. I say welcome to my contact page. Now, this is what we're discussing now. If you go to the post page, you have what? A header and a footer. You come to the index page, you still have the same header and what? And footer. You go to the get page, you still have the same header and footer. You come to the contact page, you still have the same header and the footer. So now, if you are building a website now and you want to make changes to either the header or footer, that means you have to go to each page to do that change, and it can be very, very taxing if you are working on a very large project too. There's what we call a generic template that you can do. That is why I created this base.php inside our layout folder. So now you come here now, you pick out the body from here, you cut it. This is what is common to all the files. You place it in the base folder, Control V. Then you come again, you pick out the body, the footer is also common. You cut it out. It's also common to all the files. You come to the base template and you do this, and you Control V. Now you have created a generic template. So the next thing you do now, you have already deleted from this place. So you come like this, you say save. You come here, you come like this too. You delete this one from here and delete the body, because you already have it inside our base template. Then you now come here, you do this, you delete this, and you do also you also delete this, and and you save. Then finally you come to the post, you delete this like this, and you also delete this like this, and you save, Control S, and you save, Control S. Now what is the next step you do? After you've done this, now you go to the base template now, and you do this now. Inside here now, you come and you say at yield, Y-I-E-L-D, at yield, like this, and your inverted comma, you say content. Sometimes I get the spelling wrong. Content. So now we have through with what the base folder. Now you come to the contact here. Now here you now say at extends like this. You do this and you do this. Now say dot, since we are going to a folder, I now say what layout dot base, like this. Then you come here and you do what, and you say here now, you say at section, and you bring your inverted comma and you say what, content. You say your content. Then you now say at end section, at end section, and you say Control save. Now you do the same thing here. Now let's say we just come here, we copy this and say Control C. You come to your get, you do the same, Control V. You come here and you see what, at end section, you say Control S. You come to your index, you do the same thing, Control V, and come here and you say what, at end section, you say save, and you come to your post, I do your Control V, I come here, I say at end section, I say Control S. Now you have done all this. Now you go to the browser. Let's go and check. I come here, I now say, you see what, you now call your local host -8000 dot 8000, and you do this. See at yield content. Sorry, what's happening? Index.blade.php. Sorry, I didn't name it very well. Dot index base.blade.php. I do this, and let me make sure that it's also, I've also created a, I now come here and I say route dot view, and I do this and I say base, and I come here and I say base, and I do this and I say save. So now let's go and check it again. I say welcome to my index page, which is what we have what in our index page. Welcome to my index page. If I go to post/post, should be welcome to my post page. Now, how do we know that this thing is actually working? No, you can see that actually it is working. Let's say we now create what you now create here. I'm coming. We create here. We come here. We go to the public folder, because this is public folder that yields everything. I now go to the public folder. I now create it. Let's say I create a CSS folder. CSS, and I now say style.css. Style.css folder. Then inside the style.css folder, I come to the base now. You know I'm dealing with the base now. I'm not dealing with any other thing. I create a link here in the base. Link, link. I say rel, rel, equal to, I say style sheet, styl style, shee, style sheet. I come here and I say text, type 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 equals, say text slash css, and I say href like this, and I call the link, say dot slash css slash style dot css. I have to be very careful. Now if I come here now, and I now want to give a style, let's say I now call, I go to my CSS, and let's say I call the body, and I do this, and I say background color, let me say I say a gray, I say save. Now because I am styling from the base, it's supposed to affect all the files I have created. So now if I come here now and I do this, it's supposed to be gray. If I go to index, it's supposed to be gray. If I come here now, if I go to get, it's supposed to be gray. Why? Because now they are all taken from the base.php. So now I don't have to come and do any styling here. I don't have to do any styling here. I don't have to do any style. Once I style here, it affects every other thing. It affects every other thing I am doing now. I have styled the body, and you can see that it is affecting every other thing in the body that I am doing. So now that is what this generic template is all about. You create a generic template that will affect the whole files that you have created. So when you want to do create a change, instead of you going to each of the files individually to create the change, you just go to the base template, as long as it is common to all of them, and you do your change there. Once you do your change there, it will affect your styling. Now let's say I come to my index here now, and I give you now this here h1. Now let's say I give it an ID. I give this h1 an ID. I say ID, and I do this, and I go like this, and I say demo. This is my index.php. Now I have done the styling here. I do not have a link here to be able. All I just need to do here now is just come here. I hope it works, and I say hash demo, since it's an ID, and I do this, and I say color. Let's say I say color. Let's say I say red, or let's say I say yellow, and I say save. If I go now, I go to, it also change. Why? Because this is where the link is, but this is where this is what I'm styling. So that is the beauty of having a generic template. You'll be able to do a universal change on any of the file that you want to do. Once you just go to the base template where you have the generic template saved. So now that is what generic templating is all about. That is what templating in Laravel is all about. So I hope you have an in-depth of understanding of what I've just taught, and I would like you to go to my channel, Lakenfa Technologies, subscribe, click the subscribe button, As you click, also click the notification button and the like button, and also try as much as possible to just leave a comment. What do you think I'm doing right, or what do you want us to do next? What kind of technology do you want us to go into? And we'll see how we can go into and make it as easy as possible for you to learn. Thank you very much.